All right. So at the end of the day, it really just depends on what you want to do with your business. If you want to do FBA or if you want to do FBM, I have a lot of friends in the community that do FBM only, and I also have a lot of friends who do FBA only. So it really just depends on your business model, what you're able to keep up with. And yeah, so drop a comment down, let me know what you do and which business model looks best for you. So FBM is where it's fulfilled by merchant. So that means you send it directly to the customer. It doesn't go to the warehouse or anything like that. These are two different business models, and it really just depends on what works for you and your business. So for me, I prefer FBA because I don't have to worry about the item. I send it off to the Amazon warehouse and it's done. It's out of my hands. I don't have to deal with it anymore. Versus fulfilled by merchant, I then have to get the shipment out on a certain time. If the customer orders the item at 2:01 p.m., it goes out the next day. But if they order at like 1:59 p.m., I have to go to the post office that day and get it out and make sure the customer gets it on time. There are many benefits to FBM and FBA. So one of the benefits for FBA is Amazon deals with the item. They deal with the packing it, they ship it, they deal with the customer reviews, and they also deal with any customer returns. For example, if a customer returns the item, they send it back into Amazon. Amazon then inspects the item, and then they determine whether it's resellable or whether it's not. So if it's resellable, it goes right back into inventory and on to the next customer. Then that process goes all over again. If you have a return and you do FBM, then that customer has to return the item. If they return the item, and then you have to file, A to Z claims, which is a safety claim is what they call it, and they have to go through this program, and then you kind of have to get your money back. And then there's just so much that you have to deal with when it comes to FBM. However, FBM has a lot less fees. There's a lot more money to be gained with FBM. It's just you have to do a lot of legwork on that. Versus FBA, there are more fees. You have the referral fee, and you have storage fees, you have long-term storage fees. So the pros about FBA versus FBM is, for me, FBA, I just have to have one size box. I usually do the Lowe's or the Home Depot large size boxes, but with FBM, I have to have a variety of different size boxes to fit every single product that I may need to ship out. You'll need like either the small kind or the bigger, depending on and you have to really decide what products you have to be able to fulfill that. Plus with FBM, you'll need bubble wrap, you'll need all these sorts of different types of supplies that you really don't have to deal with when you're doing FBA. So I personally love FBA. In December of 2023, I decided to do FBM the whole entire month because of December, because of the holidays. And I ended up shipping out 183 FBM items, which is a ton. I didn't survive almost, but it was very hard because it was so many packages running to the post office. And then you kind of have to decide where you want to put your time. I was spending most of my time packing and pulling my items from my inventory and then taking them to the post office. And for me, that's about a half an hour away. And so it was an hour round trip for me. And it was just not feasible for me to do FBM because it was just so much more time versus FBA. I spend about 6 hours to put everything together and then send it off, and then I'm done. I would say 6 hours a week FBA is what I was spending, and FBM, I was probably easily spending 40 hours a week just shipping out my inventory. The money was a lot better. I got a lot less fees, but there's no problems with FBA.